Let's start in the kitchen. This is where most of your waste is created. Do you mind if I have a look in your bin?
No.
As expected, about half the rubbish in here is food scraps.
Sophie says the answer is a compost bin or worm farm. It might sound yucky, but the kids will love it. And the worms produce a nutritious liquid fertiliser for the garden.
So what do I put in the worm farm?
Worms are going to eat most of your food scraps, so vegetable peelings, fruit peelings, your lettuce, and even tea bags as well, surprisingly. But be careful with things like onion and garlic.
When setting up your farm, choose a spot that's not too sunny so you don't fry the worms. Use leaves and paper to make a nice soft bedding. Next up, add the worms. Between 1 and 2,000 is a good number to start with. Then add the food scraps. If worms aren't your thing, compost bins are another way to reduce food waste. You can use them for all your food scraps, plus your lawn clippings, leaves and paper.
So what else do you throw out regularly?
Well, because I've got little kids, nappies are a big problem.
And how many would you use a day?
Between 6 and 10.
By the time little James is toilet trained, he will have used around 5,000 nappies. The best way to reduce this is to opt for reusable cloth nappies. You can simply put them in the washing machine. Or you can get a nappy washing service for around $30 a week. They collect the old ones, wash them and return them. Talk about a great present for expecting mums.
Lots of children's toys are powered by batteries, and this can get really expensive. Using rechargeable batteries can save you up to $100 a year. Why wouldn't you do it?
Recycling has now become common practice for most of us, but are you putting the right things in the right bins? Most councils recycle containers and paper and can give you advice on what you can put in each bin. Try to buy products which come in packaging that can be recycled.
What we buy has a big impact on the environment. Next time in the supermarket, check out recycled products, such as toilet paper. And I promise you, it's just as soft as what you're using now.
When you go shopping, take your own reusable bags. You can personally stop 360 plastic bags a year going to landfill. It's a good idea to keep them near the door so you don't forget. Buy bulk where you can to cut down on packaging. It also works out much cheaper. And every year, the average Australian spends more than $1,000 on products which never get used. Stop and think, will you really use it before handing over the money?
Very few of us like junk mail. In fact, we receive over 1,000 pieces of it every single year. But you can stop this very easily, just by putting a no junk mail sticker on your letterbox.
So let's go over this week's tips. Start a compost bin or worm farm for your food scraps. Buy reusable products and buy in bulk. Take your own bags to the supermarket. Be a best practice recycler and say no to junk mail.